Have you ever wondered how millions of cakes are baked and packaged with perfect precision? From mixing giant batches of batter to decorating at lightning speed, the process behind factory-made cakes is nothing short of fascinating. Cake production in a factory. The production of cakes on a massive scale is a highly organized and efficient process that takes place in large, automated factories. These factories are designed to produce cakes quickly and consistently, meeting the demands of millions of consumers across the world. At the heart of the factory's operations are industrial machines, conveyors, and specialized equipment that handle every stage of cake creation, from mixing to packaging. The scale of cake production in a factory allows for a level of precision and speed that would be impossible in a smaller, traditional bakery. Typically, cakes produced in factories are designed for mass distribution and are sold in stores, supermarkets, and online platforms. Factories that produce cakes focus heavily on consistency. This means that every cake made in the factory is virtually identical in size, texture, and taste, no matter when or where it is made. To achieve this, strict standards are put in place at every step of the process, from ingredient sourcing to the final packaging. Many large cake manufacturers produce a variety of cakes, from simple sponge cakes to elaborately decorated desserts. This diversity requires sophisticated systems to manage different types of cakes and flavors, ensuring that each batch meets the high standards expected by consumers. Production at a factory level also incorporates technology that tracks the entire process in real time. This allows factory managers and quality control teams to make adjustments and monitor any issues that arise quickly. Sourcing and preparing ingredients. The first step in cake production is sourcing the ingredients, which typically include flour, sugar, eggs, butter, baking powder, flavorings, and sometimes additional additives like preservatives or colorings. The quality of these raw materials directly impacts the quality of the final product. To ensure that factories can meet the high demands of cake production, they often work with large suppliers and manufacturers who can provide ingredients in bulk. These suppliers must meet strict food safety and quality standards to ensure that every ingredient is safe and suitable for mass baking. Once ingredients are sourced, they must be prepared for the production process. Flour, sugar, and other dry ingredients are usually pre-mixed in large industrial mixers to ensure they are evenly distributed. This process is important because it helps achieve a consistent batter texture and flavor profile. Wet ingredients such as eggs, milk, and butter are handled separately to ensure they remain fresh and are incorporated into the batter at the correct temperature. In larger factories, this step is often carried out by automated machines that measure out precise quantities of each ingredient to avoid human error. The preparation of ingredients also involves quality checks. For instance, eggs and dairy products are often tested for freshness and consistency before being used in the baking process. In some factories, ingredients are blended in such a way that ensures they do not clump together, resulting in an even batter once everything is combined. This careful preparation is crucial for achieving the smooth texture and consistent rise that characterize high-quality cakes. Some factories may also incorporate specific methods for creating unique flavors or textures, depending on the cake type being produced. Automated mixing and batter formation. The mixing and batter formation process in a cake factory is one of the most crucial steps to ensuring uniformity and quality. This step typically involves large automated mixers that handle huge quantities of batter at once. The ingredients, after being prepped and measured, are transferred into these industrial mixers, where they are blended together at high speeds to create the perfect batter consistency. The speed and precision of these machines allow for the efficient blending of ingredients without the risk of overmixing, which can affect the texture of the final product. The automated mixing process is designed to ensure that the batter has the right texture, consistency, and airiness. In a typical cake recipe, the batter needs to have just the right amount of air incorporated to ensure that the cake rises properly during baking. Industrial mixers are equipped with technology that controls the speed and duration of mixing, ensuring that the batter remains smooth and free from lumps. In some factories, the mixing process can be adjusted based on the type of cake being produced, whether it's a light sponge or a denser cake, requiring different mixing techniques. The use of automated mixing systems allows for large-scale production without sacrificing quality. Human error is minimized, as the machines follow pre-programmed instructions that are designed to optimize the mixing process. This consistency helps maintain the same quality for every cake produced, regardless of when the batch was made. These systems are also equipped with sensors that monitor the mixture's temperature and consistency, ensuring that the batter is within the ideal range for baking. Automated mixing has revolutionized cake production, enabling factories to churn out millions of cakes with precision and efficiency. Baking in high-capacity ovens. Once the batter is prepared, it's time for the most essential step in cake production: baking. In a large cake factory, industrial ovens are used to bake vast amounts of cake simultaneously. These ovens are much larger than typical home ovens and are designed to hold dozens, if not hundreds, of cakes at a time. Some factories use conveyor belt ovens, where trays of batter are placed onto moving belts that carry them through a high-temperature baking chamber. This process allows for consistent heat distribution across the cakes, ensuring they bake evenly. The baking temperature and time are carefully controlled based on the type of cake being made. For instance, a light sponge cake might require a higher temperature and a shorter baking time, while a denser cake might need a lower temperature for a longer period. The baking process is automated, with ovens programmed to maintain the optimal temperature throughout the entire baking cycle. The cakes are constantly monitored using sensors that ensure the correct internal temperature is reached, which is critical for the cakes to rise and set properly without burning. Baking in large factories is designed for maximum efficiency. The ovens are capable of producing hundreds of cakes per hour, allowing for high-volume production without sacrificing quality. The cakes are typically rotated during baking to ensure even heat distribution, and factory workers oversee the process to make adjustments if necessary. Once the cakes are fully baked, they are carefully removed from the oven and prepared for the next stage. This process is highly efficient and is key to meeting the high demand for mass-produced cakes. Cooling and quality control. Once the cakes have been baked, they must go through a cooling process before they can be frosted and packaged. Cooling is essential because it ensures the cakes set properly, preventing them from becoming soggy or collapsing. In a large factory, cooling is often done using conveyor belts or cooling racks that allow the cakes to cool evenly and at a controlled rate. This step typically takes a few hours, depending on the size and type of cake. Factories employ sophisticated systems to manage this cooling phase, ensuring the cakes do not overheat or cool too quickly. During the cooling process, cakes are also inspected for any imperfections or quality issues. The factory's quality control team closely monitors the cakes for irregularities, such as uneven baking, undercooking, or cracks in the surface. Some factories use automated cameras and sensors to detect defects in cakes as they cool, which helps identify problems early in the production process. If any cakes are found to be defective, they are removed from the production line and discarded or repurposed. Once cooled, cakes undergo further quality control checks. This includes checking for the correct texture, size, and evenness in shape. Cake factories use advanced systems to ensure that every cake that passes through the line meets the desired specifications. This stage is crucial because it ensures that cakes are consistent and will be enjoyable for consumers. The use of technology in monitoring the cooling process helps prevent human error, ensuring that each cake is thoroughly checked and safe to continue to the next phase. Frosting, decorating, and packaging. The next step in cake production involves frosting, decorating, and packaging, which are crucial for both the cake's appeal and its freshness. Depending on the type of cake being made, the frosting process can either be automated or handled by a team of decorators. Automated frosting machines can spread an even layer of frosting over cakes, while some cakes, particularly those with intricate designs, may still require hand decorating. In modern factories, machines can even apply complex patterns and decorations, ensuring consistency and accuracy across large batches. The decorating process is an important part of cake production, particularly for cakes that are designed for celebrations or special occasions. From simple icing on a birthday cake to elaborate designs for weddings, Factories can customize cakes with a wide variety of designs, colors, and decorations. These decorations are often created using specialized machines that can pipe intricate patterns or add embellishments like sprinkles, edible glitter, or fondant shapes. The cake is carefully checked during this stage to ensure that the decorations are applied neatly and uniformly. Packaging is equally important in ensuring the freshness and safety of cakes as they move from the factory to the consumer. Cakes are typically packaged in protective materials, such as plastic clamshell containers or cardboard boxes, to preserve their shape and prevent contamination. Many factories use automated packaging systems that seal cakes securely, preventing damage during transportation. Some packaging systems even include date labeling and information about ingredients to ensure transparency and help consumers make informed choices. This step is crucial because it ensures that cakes arrive at retailers and customers in perfect condition. As cakes move down the packaging line, the cakes are often scanned for quality control purposes to ensure that the correct product is being packaged and labeled. Once packed, cakes are ready for shipment to supermarkets, grocery stores, and other retailers. Modern packaging technology not only ensures the cakes are securely packaged, but also helps extend shelf life using techniques like vacuum sealing or modified atmosphere packaging, MAP. This attention to detail in both decoration and packaging ensures that the cakes are not only visually appealing, but also reach customers in optimal condition. Shipping and distribution to retailers. Once cakes are baked, decorated, and packaged, the final step in the production process is shipping and distribution. Factories typically have large-scale logistics operations designed to move thousands of cakes efficiently and safely to retail locations around the world. Once packaged, cakes are loaded onto trucks or shipping containers for transportation. Given the perishable nature of cakes, careful attention is paid to temperature control during shipping. Some cakes may need to be transported in refrigerated trucks to maintain their freshness, while others can be transported at room temperature. Distribution networks are carefully managed to ensure that cakes arrive at retailers as quickly as possible. In some cases, factories may distribute cakes directly to large grocery chains, while in other situations, cakes are sent to regional warehouses before being distributed to stores. Depending on the geography and demand, cake manufacturers may use a mix of local and international shipping methods, including air freight for urgent orders. The goal is to minimize the time between production and retail, ensuring that cakes are always fresh for customers. To meet the high demand for cakes, factories often operate with highly efficient shipping schedules, dispatching cakes in bulk to multiple retailers simultaneously. This means that cake manufacturers must coordinate with various distribution centers, ensuring that the right products go to the right places. Large cake companies may also have their own fleet of delivery trucks or may work with third-party logistics companies to handle the shipping process. This process allows cakes to be available to consumers around the world. How do you think millions of cakes are made so quickly? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tasty content.